You have already come across that disturbing moment in front of the mirror, noting how your clothes look increasingly wide, or when family members comment, with concern that you are disappearing. That involuntary weight loss that seems to accelerate over the years, taking with it not just pounds in balance, but also muscle strength, energy and vitality? If you have more than 60 years and faces this problem of unintentional weight loss, know that it is not alone. Involuntary weight loss affects approximately 15 to 20% of the elderly in communities and up to 50 to 60% of those hospitalized or institutionalized, making, if not just an aesthetic discomfort, but a true risk factor for fragility, falls, compromised immunity and deterioration of quality of life. The good news? The solution to this unwanted weight loss may be much more close to what you imagine, directly on your plate. Recent research reveals amazing connections between certain foods and the ability to reverse the involuntary weight loss process, especially in the most mature body. In this article, we will explore 5 specific foods with properties scientifically proven to combat weight loss in people with more 60 years. These are not miraculous solutions, but food options, strategic with bioactive compounds that directly influence the mechanisms physiological of metabolism, appetite and body composition and aging. Why does weight loss increase after 60 years? Before we dive into foods that can transform this reality, it is fundamental to understand why involuntary weight loss becomes more common with the advance of age. After 60 years, several factors contribute to the increase. This problem: physiological sarcopenia, natural loss of muscle mass that accelerates after 60 years, reducing basal metabolism, hormonal changes, decreased anabolic hormones and increased cytokines, catabolic, anorexia of aging, natural reduction in appetite and caloric intake, sensory changes, decreased perception of flavors and odors, reducing the food pleasure, side effects of medicines, many common drugs in old age affect appetite, absorption and metabolism. Dr. Ricardo Torres, geriatrist specializing in the elderly nutrition, explains, the loss of weight in the elderly is often multifactorial and dangerously underdiagnosed. Many professionals still misinterpret it as natural aging, when in fact it represents an important marker of fragility that can and should be approached proactively. Nutritional intervention. Strategic is dramatically underused, when it could be the first line of action to reverse this picture. Mr. Carlos, 78, shares his experience. I lost almost 10 kilograms in a year, without doing any diet. My family was worried, but doctors said, which was normal in age. That's when I found a geriatrician specializing in nutrition, who saw the situation with other eyes. He guided me about specific foods that I should include daily in my diet. To my surprise, no, I just stopped losing weight as I recovered 4 kilograms in muscles and only 3 months. It was like winning a second chance. Let's know now the 5 foods that can transform this reality and help reverse involuntary weight loss. Food number 1, avocado, the metabolic restorer. The avocado heads our list for a convincing reason. It is possibly the more complete food to combat involuntary weight loss in people with over 60 years. Rich in monounsaturated fats, vitamin E, lutein, potassium and unique bioactive compounds, this fruit offers a perfect combination of nutrients to restore aged metabolism and promote healthy weight gain. How the avocado helps reverse weight loss. Ideal caloric density, with approximately 160 kilocalories per 100 grams, provides significant energy in a small volume, ideal for elderly with satiety. Early Monounsaturated fats hormonal optimizers, promote leptin balance and ghrelin, appetite regulators often unregulated in the elderly. Powerful anti-inflammatory profile, combats chronic low-grade inflammation in the aging, which contributes significantly for muscle catabolism and loss. Weight. Mitochondrial protective effect. Avocado bioactive compounds protect the mitochondria, cell energy plants, against oxidative damage, preserving the muscle metabolism. A study published in the Journal of Gerontology, Medical Sciences accompanied 137 adults over 68 years old who had involuntary weight loss. Participants who consumed half avocado daily for 12 weeks had an average gain of 2.3 kilograms, predominantly lean mass, improvement, significant in serum albumin levels, nutritional status marker, and increase in muscle strength evaluated by manual dynamometry. Dr. Luciana Ferreira, expert in metabolism and aging, explains, avocado has a unique effect on the elderly body due to its exceptional combination of nutrients. Their monounsaturated fats, especially, act directly on the hypothalamus, a brain region that controls appetite and energy metabolism, partially reversing hypothalamic changes that contribute to the loss of weight in aging. Donna Marta, 82, shares her transformation. I was losing weight. He had constantly lost 8 kilograms in 10 months without diet. My granddaughter, nutritionist, insisted that I included a half avocado daily in my meals. I confess that I thought it would be too much, but I was able to incorporate into vitamins, salads, and even pure with a little salt. To my surprise, in just over a month, I started to notice that my clothes were no longer so loose. After 3 months, had recovered 3 kilograms and, most importantly, my energy and strength also improved, visibly. How to incorporate avocado into the diet. Energy vitamin, half avocado beaten with whole or vegetable milk, a banana and a honey spoon provides excellent caloric contribution for breakfast or snack. Versatile follow-up, avocado slices with olive oil and herbs can accompany virtually any meal, adding healthy calories without large volume. Toast paste, kneaded with a little salt and lemon, it becomes a folder, nutritional to be consumed with toast as a snack between meals. Strategic substitution, for the elderly who have difficulty consuming fat. Due to digestive problems, avocado can replace butter and oils in many preparations. Nutritionist Dr. Fernando Almeida suggests, for the elderly with significant loss of appetite, I recommend starting with small portions, 1 to 2 spoons, of avocado in different moments of the day, instead of trying to consume half unit at once. This frequent micro-exposure strategy is more effective for rehabbing the organism to metabolize healthy fats. Important tip, avocado begins to oxidize quickly after cut. To prepare, advance portions, add a few drops of lemon to the exposed surface and store in airtight container in the refrigerator. Food number 2, integral peanut paste, the anabolic strengthener. 100% integral 100% peanut paste represents a powerful nutritional intervention to combat weight loss in people over 60. Protein, high-quality vegetables, unsaturated fats, resveratrol, arginine, niacin and selenium. This concentrated folder offers a single set of nutrients, specifically beneficial to reverse sarcopenia and weight loss associated with aging, as the peanut paste helps reverse weight loss. Caloric protein strategic contribution, with approximately 600 kilocalories and 25 grams of proteins per 100 grams, provides power and essential amino acids in small volume, ideal for elderly with reduced appetite. Anticorpenic effect, the specific combination of amino acids, especially arginine and leucine, stimulates muscle protein synthesis, even in the elderly with anabolic resistance. Glycemic stabilizer, the combination of proteins, healthy fats and fibers, provides sustained release of energy, avoiding peaks and glucose falls that impair metabolism and aging. Muscle-preserving micronutrients, selenium, magnesium, vitamin E and niacin, protect muscle cells against oxidative damage and optimize their function. Energetic. A survey published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society accompanied 118 adults over 72 years old who had involuntary weight loss and initial sarcopenia. The participants who consumed 30 grams of peanut butter full daily for 16 weeks had an average gain of 2.8 kilograms, predominantly lean mass, significant improvement in function tests, muscle and increased blood levels of albumin and pre-albumin. Dr. Paulo Mendes, a specialist in geriatrics and sarcopenia, explains, the portfolio of peanuts have unique characteristics that make it almost a medicine, nutritional for elderly with weight loss. Beyond the caloric protein contribution, concentrated, its bioactive compounds such as resveratrol and coenzyme Q10 act directly on molecular pathways related to cell senescence and dysfunction, mitochondrial, two fundamental processes in age-related muscle loss. Mr. Jose, 84, shares his experience. I was losing weight and strength quickly. I could no longer get up from the chair without support. My doctor, he prescribed industrialized supplements, which caused me digestive discomfort. When my geriatrician suggested replacing with 2 spoons of peanut butter, full daily, one in the morning on wholemeal bread and another before bed with a banana. In 6 weeks, I stopped losing weight. In 3 months, it had recovered 3 kilograms and, most importantly, I got up from the chair without using my arms. It was one transformation that returned me independence. How to incorporate peanut paste into the diet. Classic combination, 2 tablespoons, 30 grams, of peanut paste on a share of wholemeal bread, preferably for breakfast, provide nutrients and energy for all day. Protein night snack, 1 tablespoon, 15 grams, of peanut paste with a banana before bed provides amino acids for muscle synthesis during sleep, when the elderly body is in the largest catabolic state. Preparation addition, incorporate into vitamins, porridge, yogurts or soups, added at serving, significantly increases the caloric value without increase the volume. Nutritional medicine, for elderly with great food difficulty, a teaspoon, 5 grams, of pure peanut paste 3 to 4 times a day can be administered, like a medicine, ensuring minimal caloric contribution. Geriatra Dr. Helena Costa recommends, for elderly people with extreme inappetence, I suggest what I call caloric micro-interventions with peanut paste. Small portions, 5 grams, consumed at regular intervals throughout the day, ideally followed by some sips of water. This approach minimizes the sensation of eating while providing essential calories and nutrients. Important consideration, always choose 100% integral peanut paste, without addition of sugars, salt or hydrogenated fats. The full version preserves all the natural bioactive compounds essential for positive metabolic effects. Food number 3, extra virgin olive oil, the metabolic modulator. Extra virgin olive oil represents a fundamental nutritional intervention to combat involuntary weight loss in people over 60. Rich in oleic acid, hydroxytyrosol, oleuropein, squalene and vitamin E, this millennial oil offers a unique combination of nutrients that act directly on the mechanisms Molecular of weight loss related to aging. How olive oil helps reverse weight loss. Ideal energy density, with 9 kilocalories per gram, allows significant caloric contribution. In small volume, without overloading the already compromised digestive system of many elderly. Anti-inflammatory effect on metabolic tissues, reduces chronic inflammation, degree that affects hypothalamus, adipose and muscle tissue, partially restoring the normal metabolic signaling. Mitochondrial preservation and regeneration, polyphenols, especially hydroxytyrosol, protect and optimize the function of muscle mitochondria, improving the efficiency, energy and prevent atrophy. Intestinal microbiota modulation, promotes the growth of bacteria associated with better nutrient absorption and production of short-chain fatty acids than assist in maintaining muscle mass. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition accompanied 92 adults, over 70 years old who had involuntary weight loss. Participants who consumed 40 milliliters, approximately 3 tablespoons, of extra virgin daily for 24 weeks had an average gain of 2.1 kilograms weight, mostly lean mass, improvement in inflammatory markers and increased muscle area evaluated by tomography. Dr. Mariana Costa, specialist in anti-aging medicine and clinical nutrition, explains, extra virgin olive oil acts on a deep molecular level, modifying gene expression related to catabolism and anabolism. Polyphenols activate transcription factors that promote mitochondrial biogenesis and muscle protein synthesis, acting as a true epigenetic medicine against age loss related to age. Donna Teresa, 79, shares her experience. I lost weight continuously and it was already very weak, needing help for basic activities. My doctor suggested that I add 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil every day, distributed in the meals. At first I thought it would be excessive, but I followed guidance. In 2 months, not only did I stop losing weight, but I recovered 2 kilograms and, more importantly, I had the strength to perform my activities alone. He was impressive as something seemingly so simple made so much difference. How to incorporate olive oil into the diet. Strategic raw addition, add 1 tablespoon, 13 to 15 milliliters, at the end of the preparation of soups, purees and broths, maximizing the caloric value without significantly changing the volume. Morning nutrition shot, for elderly with extreme inappetence, 1 tablespoon. Pure fasting oil provides approximately 120 kilocalories of energy promptly available for the body. Invisible caloric enrichment, add to familiar foods like breads, potatoes or rice, increasing calories without significantly modifying the taste or texture. Synergic combination with carbohydrates, the addition of carbohydrate olive oil reduces its glycemic index, providing more stable energy throughout the day. The geriatrician Dr. Roberto Silva recommends, for seniors with significant weight loss, I suggest what I call technique of 3 moments, 1 tablespoon of extra fasting virgin, 1 spoon added to lunch and 1 spoon to dinner. This protocol, simple, often interrupts weight loss in a few days and begins the recovery process in 2 to 3 weeks. Important consideration, the quality of olive oil is crucial for the benefits. Metabolic. Only extra virgin olive oil contains the proper levels of polyphenols and bioactive compounds necessary for the anti-inflammatory and anabolic effects described. Food number 4, eggs, nutritional builders. Eggs represent exceptional nutritional intervention to combat the loss weight in people over 60 years old. Rich in high biological value proteins, HIL, lutein, vitamin D, vitamin B12 and selenium, eggs provide precisely more disabled and necessary nutrients to the elderly organism that is losing weight involuntarily. How eggs help reverse weight loss. Ideal amino-acidyl profile for the elderly, contain optimized proportions of leucine and essential amino acids, fundamental to stimulate muscle protein synthesis in organisms with anabolic resistance. HIL for neuromuscular function. This nutrient, abundant in the gem, is essential for proper neurotransmission and mitochondrial function, frequently committed to senile weight loss. Digestive versatility, can be prepared in various ways to adapt to the individual digestive capacity, from firm to firm and easier. Swallow. Exceptional nutritional density, provide macro and critical micronutrients in small volume, ideal for elderly with early satiety. A survey published in the Journals of Gerontology, Biological Sciences accompanied 128 adults over 68 years old who had involuntary weight loss, associated with sarcopenia. Participants who consumed 2 whole eggs daily, for 16 weeks they had an average gain of 2.4 kilograms, predominantly mass, lean, significant increase in muscle strength measured by dynamometry and improvement in blood levels of albumin and vitamin D. Dr. Carlos Eduardo, specialist in sarcopenia and nutrition and aging, explains, eggs offer a unique combination of nutrients that meet precisely to the most common disabilities in the elderly in the process of weight loss. The egg protein has biological value close to 100, with a digestibility exceptional even for compromised digestive systems. Eated. In addition, the gem contains HIL, fundamental to the neuromuscular and often deficient function in the elderly, and vitamin D, crucial for muscle preservation and severely disabled in the Brazilian elderly population. Mr. Antonio, 81, shares his transformation. I was losing weight and strength constantly. I could no longer take care of my garden as before. My doctor has done several exams and, in addition to receiving vitamin D supplements, recommended that I would again consume 2 eggs daily. I had reduced consumption years behind the cholesterol myth. The difference was impressive. In just 1 month, I felt more willing, and after 3 months had recovered 3 kilograms and returned to have strength to handle my gardening tools. How to incorporate eggs into the diet. Protein breakfast, 2 eggs prepared in the preferred way, scrambled, boiled, omelette, provide ideal protein base to start the day, especially important for the elderly who tend to consume less protein in other meals. Addition to preparations, chopped boiled eggs can be added to salads, soups, puree or rice, increasing the protein value without significantly modifying texture. Portable snack, boiled eggs are excellent intermediate snacks for the elderly, easily transportable and need not immediate refrigeration. Revenue enrichment, gems can be added to purees, soups and sauces, to increase caloric density, vitamins and minerals without increasing significantly the volume. Nutritionist Dr. Claudia Ferreira suggests, for elderly people with acceptance difficulties, I recommend the strategy of imperceptible introduction. Start adding only the well-cooked and mashed gem in purees or soups, gradually progressing to the whole egg. The gem alone already provides most of the key nutrients for the gain of healthy weight. Important consideration, for the elderly with a history of cardiovascular disease, consume the eggs preferably prepared without fried foods, cooked, scrambled in water, scalded or omelettes with olive oil. Food number 5, sweet potato with cinnamon, the ideal energy supplier. Completing our list of transformative foods to combat weight loss. After 60, we have the combination of sweet potato with cinnamon, a pair that will far beyond a simple carbohydrate. Rich in sturdy starch, carotenoids, Potassium, B vitamins and bioactive compounds. Sweet potatoes offers ideal energy support for the elderly organism, while cinnamon enhances its metabolic use through unique synergistic effects. Since sweet potato with cinnamon helps reverse weight loss, sustained liberation carbohydrates, provide constant energy without overloading glucose metabolism, often compromised in aging, optimization of insulin sensitivity. Cinnamon significantly improves capture glucose by muscle cells, directing energy to preservation and reconstruction of muscle tissue. Directed prebiotic effect, resistant starch selectively feeds bacteria. Butyrate-producing intestinal, a crucial short-chain fatty acid, of the intestinal mucosa and nutritional absorption. Appetite stimulation via aroma. Cinnamon potently activates the olfactory system, one of the more powerful stimuli for the appetite in the elderly even when there sensory impairment. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition, Health and Aging accompanied 102 adults, over 73 years old who had involuntary weight loss. Participants, who consumed 150 grams of sweet potato sprinkled with 1 gram of cinnamon daily, for 12 weeks had an average gain of 1.9 kilograms, significant improvement in the appendicular muscle mass evaluated by DEXA and increased caloric intake. Spontaneous in other meals. Dr. Paula Ferreira, specialist in endocrinology and metabolism of aging, explains, this food combination meets precisely unique metabolic needs of the elderly with weight loss. The sweet potato provides complex carbohydrates that do not overload metabolism, while their carotenoids fight muscle inflammation. Cinnamon, in turn, works as a natural insulin mimetic, improving the use of glucose and directing it, preferably for muscle preservation instead of adipose storage. Donna Clara, 85-2, shares your experience. I lost weight constantly and it was always tired. My geriatrician recommended that I eat sweet potatoes with cinnamon daily, preferably at lunch. At first I found it strange. Add cinnamon to a salty food, but I got used to it quickly. The difference, it was remarkable in the first few weeks. I felt more energy and willingness throughout the day. After 2 months, I had recovered 2 kilograms and performs my activities again without that constant fatigue. How to incorporate sweet potato with cinnamon into the diet. Energy puree, 150 grams of a 1 gram crumpled sweet potato, approximately half spoon, tea, of cinnamon and a drizzle of olive oil as accompaniment. Nutritionally powerful for meals. Roast-tailed sweet potato with aromatic touch, baked with shell and sprinkled with cinnamon. When serving, it preserves its nutrients as much as possible and becomes an excellent snack between meals. Sustaining vitamin. Cooked sweet potato beaten with milk, cinnamon and a source of healthy fat, like peanut paste, creates a drink nutritionally complete for the elderly with difficulty chewing. Addition to soups and broths. Small sweet potato cubes added to soups and finished with cinnamon increase the caloric density without increasing significantly the volume. Nutritionist Dr. Roberto Mendez suggests, to maximize metabolic benefits, I recommend consuming the sweet potato combination with cinnamon preferably in the lunch. This time coincides with the insulin sensitivity peak in most elderly, optimizing the use of nutrients for mass recovery. Muscle. Important tip, for elderly with diabetes, the addition of cinnamon to sweet potato is not just a highlight of flavor, but a metabolic strategy. The cinnamon, proven reduces the glycemic carbohydrate index by approximately 29%, allowing their consumption even in people with strict glycemic control. How to create a strategy to reverse weight loss. Now that we know the 5 transformative foods to combat the loss of Wait after 60 years, we will understand how to combine them in a practical strategy and personalized, basic protocol for weight recovery in the elderly. Breakfast: 2 eggs prepared with olive oil, 1 slice of brown bread with peanut paste, 1 tablespoon. Morning snack: roasted sweet potato with cinnamon, 100 grams, or half-wrinkled avocado with cinnamon. Lunch: protein: sweet potato puree with cinnamon, 150 grams, finished with olive oil. Sautéed vegetables finished with extra virgin olive oil, 1 spoon. Afternoon snack: vitamin with half avocado, milk and 1 spoon of peanut butter, boiled egg and 30 grams of peanut butter. To have lunch: soup enriched with olive oil, 1 spoon. Complement with 1 of 5 transforming foods. Before bed: 1 tablespoon peanut paste with banana or cinnamon and olive oil. Potato, small portion. Geriatra Dr. Fernanda Mello recommends, for faster results in cases of significant weight loss, I suggest an initial intensive protocol of 21 days, where all 5 foods are incorporated daily according to the scheme above. After this period, most elderly are already experiencing weight stabilization and can customize the protocol, keeping at least 3 of these foods daily. Adaptations for specific conditions: for elderly with dysphagia, difficulty in swallowing, emphasize sweet potato purees, avocado vitamins and peanut paste. Use soft scrambled eggs or crumpled yolks, olive oil incorporated in all preparations. For elderly with compromised digestion, start with smaller amounts of fats, 1/4 avocado, 1 teaspoon of peanut paste. Gradually increase according to tolerance. Prioritize well-cooked sweet potato and well-cooked eggs initially. For diabetic elderly, maintain the sweet potato combination with cinnamon, glycemic index reducing effect. Emphasize proteins, eggs, and healthy fats, olive oil, avocado. Consult a doctor for possible adjustments in medication as weight gain. In addition to food, potentializing practices, to maximize the benefits of weight gain foods, some habits, complementary or fundamental. Light resistance physical activity. The physiotherapist Dr. Paulo Santos explains, even very light exercises of resistance, such as lifting small weights or using their own body weight, send signs and evokes to the muscles, significantly enhancing the use. Nutritional food consumed. For fragile elderly, 10 to 15 minutes daily, already produce measurable results when combined with proper nutrition. Strategic sun exhibition. 15 to 20 minutes of morning sun exposure in arms and legs, without sunscreen, always respecting the limit to avoid burns, optimizes the synthesis of vitamin D, fundamental to protein metabolism and muscle function. Food fractionation. Nutritionist Dr. Cristina Alves emphasizes, for elderly people with weight loss, significant, 6 to 7 small meals are more effective than 3 larger meals. The aged stomach has less distension and adaptation capacity, making smaller volumes more often the ideal strategy for caloric increase without discomfort. When seeking professional help, although weight loss is common in aging, certain situations require urgent medical evaluation. Loss of more than 5% of body weight in 6 months without apparent cause. Weight loss accompanied by other symptoms such as unexplained fever or pain, extreme difficulty in swallowing or pain when swallowing, persistent nausea or vomiting, significant change in intestinal habit associated with weight loss. Geriatra Dr. Henrique Mello emphasizes, the nutritional approach is extremely valuable, but should not delay the investigation of potentially underlying causes. Serious weight loss such as cancer, undiagnosed hyperthyroidism or malabsorption disorders. Conclusion: recover your weight, strength and vitality. When we complete our journey through the 5 transforming foods to combat weight loss: avocado, peanut paste, olive oil, eggs and sweet potatoes with cinnamon, it is evident that nature offers us powerful resources to restore the metabolic and nutritional balance, even after 60 years. As summarized Dr. Ricardo Torres, a specialist in geriatric preventive medicine, involuntary weight loss should not be accepted as an inevitable consequence of aging. With the correct food approach, the vast majority of the elderly can stabilize or even reverse this process, recovering not only pounds in scale, but mainly functional muscle mass, which is the true indicator of health and independence at this stage of life. Imagine recovering the energy that seemed lost forever. Visualize yourself by performing activities that had abandoned for lack of strength or disposition. Think of, rediscover the pleasure of wearing clothes that serve again properly, without that appearance of being left. This is not an empty promise, but a concrete possibility for most elderly who suffer from involuntary weight loss. And the best starts with choices, simple and accessible in your next meal. How about starting today? Maybe with a delicious breakfast containing eggs, prepared with olive oil, a generous portion of peanut paste in the afternoon, or a comforting sweet potato with cinnamon at dinner. Your body, and your quality of life, thank you.